In this demonstration, I will show you how the iov42 blockchain is used in order to store product information by using assets and asset claims. In this demo, we have two different identities. We have one employee and one expert. Both users are in the area of luxury purses. The employee scans an NFC tag, afterwards selects a certain purse, and this information about the purse will then be generated into a unique link, and this unique link is stored on the NFC tag. Additionally, we will store information about this purse on the blockchain. The expert later on can read the data from the NFC chip and can endorse this information on the blockchain. In a final step, the customer is actually able, after scanning his purse, to verify the information stored on the blockchain. In order to interact with the blockchain, we are using the IOV identity extension. This extension is locked with a password and stores your keys of your identities in a secure way. We are using this extension to communicate directly with our blockchain. Prior to this demonstration, we already created two identities, Bob and Alice. In our case, Alice is an employee of a company and acts on behalf of these companies as a delegate. Bob is the expert who will later on endorse the information that Alice provided. Okay, so let's start. We can see that our active identity is Alice and that we are now in the view of the employee. So we say we want to log in. A pop-up opens. The pop-up shows that we need to perform a certain action in order to log in. Why is that necessary? We are not using a password, we are using our private key. The private key is used to sign certain data that is sent from the backend, and the backend can then verify if this user is really the user he pretends to be. We say we confirm that. We are now logged in and we are ready to scan our NFC tag. So we hit scan NFC tag. We are now given a list of available purses. For our example, we are just taking the first one, the Gucci purse, up here. We select the purse. We can see that a certain data is prepared and we are given a unique link with a unique ID. We copy that link because this is the link that the customer will later use to verify his purchase. This information we want to write now on the NFC tag. So we hit write to NFC tag. Additionally, the pop-up opens. We can see here that this is a two-step process. We have to create an asset in the first step with this asset ID and this asset type ID. In the second step, we will then attach a claim to this asset, having this information, the brand, the year, and the model of this purse. If we are happy with everything that we see here, we click confirm, and now the requests are being processed in the background, and now it shows that it's successfully done. This is everything that the employee needs to do in order to write the information to the NFC tag and also to store the information on the blockchain. In the second step, we log out. We are changing the identity now to Bob, who is our expert in the process, and we are changing the view to our expert view. The expert now receives the purse. Expert can log in. Same thing here. The pop-up opens. The expert needs to sign a certain data and is now successfully logged in. The expert now places the purse or the NFC tag of the purse on his reader and scans the NFC tag. He can now see that this purse is the one, the data attached to this NFC tag. If the expert is fine with this data and sees that this is really the purse it is shown here, the expert clicks certify. What happens at this point is the pop-up opens, and this time it's only a one-step process. The expert is now the one who endorses this asset claim. Again, we can see the information that we previously stored here again, like the brand, the year, and the model of this purse. And if the expert is fine with that information, the expert clicks confirm. The endorsement has now been done on the platform, and the tag is successfully ready to be put into the purse or is already attached to the purse. So in the final step, we log out and we pretend now to be a customer. The customer would now take his phone and read the content of the NFC tag, which is the URL we copied before. We just paste it in here and we will now be redirected to the page that the user would see on his phone. And in the bottom here, we can see the verify button. If the user or the customer who actually purchased the bag would now click the verify button, the pop-up would open And the user can now verify that this information that is shown here in the browser is also the same information that is shown in the plugin itself. So in this case, we verified that this data is correct, and we can even see who endorsed it. This is the IOV identity address of the expert who endorsed it previously. And in this way, we can make sure that nobody has tampered with the information and the tag is an original.